Hey everyone, I'm Sean, occupational therapist at Brains. This is going to be our first post in a series of activity videos we're going to be doing in honor of Occupational Therapy Awareness Month.
Daddy, this is awesome.
I know it is. We know you're stuck at home, so we want to bring some activity ideas that you guys can do in your home that are simple, fun, creative, and keep your kids busy. This is a pretty simple one we have set up. I was inspired by another Instagrammer. We'll link their profile in the description so you can see them. What we have here is a plastic bag that we filled with air. It's got a rubber band at the top just to keep the air from escaping. We've got some plastic balls. What's up, buddy?
Can you tell them that there's targets for me?
Yeah, we'll get to that, okay. We got a laundry basket that's serving as our target. And I'm just having him push into that bag, trying to get that ball to land in the basket. So believe it or not, we got a lot of things going on here. Oh, that was so close. So I'm forcing him to use the left and the right hands and push on the bag at the same time. So we call that bilateral coordination. As he's pushing on that bag too, he's kind of stabilizing those shoulder joints and applying pressure through his trunk muscles,
Hey, Daddy.
all the way through his hands.
Hey, Dad. Can you tell them that there's hands for targets?
Yeah. And so there are a lot of ways you can grade this activity, and Maddox wants you guys to know one of the things we did is I put 2 little targets on the bag for him so he knows where to put his hands each time. Now you can do this with 2 hands or 1 hand, kind of gauge how your child's doing. I think 2 hands is going to be a little bit more difficult just because we have to have equal pressure going through each hand so that ball goes straight. The other thing I really like about this activity is Maddox really has to pay attention to how hard he's pushing on the bag. Nice. If he pushes too hard, push it really hard. He'll see that his ball goes really far. And if he doesn't push hard enough, his ball doesn't go as far as it needs to. So we're really forcing him to connect his brain to his body. You know, he's got the input from the ball, watching the ball, seeing how far it goes, and then he's got to adjust how much he's pushing on that bag. So there's a lot of...
You already said that.
I did. So there's a lot of processing he's doing without even knowing.
Hey, Daddy.
Now, when it comes to how is this beneficial in real life, what, buddy?
Can you tell them that I made so much balls?
He's made a lot. But when it comes to real life, so, you know, what's kind of the impact this activity is going to have on your child's development? Kind of going back to that bilateral coordination. So this is going to kind of carry over to things like your child getting dressed, using both hands to pull their pants up, getting their coat on, doing their buttons. You know, buttoning is kind of a hard activity for some kids because as we button, we work against gravity. So that takes a lot of shoulder stability, a lot of shoulder strength, and that's one thing we're working on here. Now, kind of that grading, that was cool. That grading of pressure too kind of comes into play with things like handwriting. You having fun?
Yeah.
And then using those hands, opening them up, we're kind of strengthening those fingers. That's also going to kind of carry over to a lot of those fine motor skills and things like that.
It came back to
Did it? Ready? Last one. And so we've been doing this activity for a couple days now. We've done it, I would say, at least 4 or 5 hours. Maddox has had a lot of fun playing it. It's kept him entertained. He loves it. If you guys have any questions on how you can further grade it, just shoot us a message, leave us a comment. If you like this video, push that heart. If you think you know someone who'd benefit from it, please share it. And then we'll kind of continue to post a lot of these videos as we go through April. I appreciate you guys watching. Thanks.